You know that sound. The one your toilet makes at 2 in the morning. A hiss, a trickle, maybe a ghost flush, where the tank empties slightly and refills for no reason. You ignore it for a few weeks, then a few months, and eventually you're standing in a hardware store holding a flapper valve that costs £2, replacing a part that should have lasted a decade, but somehow didn't make it to 18 months. That's not bad luck, that's the plan. Today I'm going to show you how the toilet industry, yes, the toilet industry, runs one of the most reliability scams in home improvement. Which parts are built to fail, why your plumber's not your friend in this equation, and what separates a toilet that lasts 20 years from one that has you on your knees every other winter. Let's get into it. Here's what makes toilets such a perfect vehicle for this scam. Nobody thinks about them. You move into a house, there's a toilet, you use it, and you don't think about it again until something goes wrong. Manufacturers know this. It means they have years, sometimes decades, before you'd even notice the quality of what they've sold you. And by the time you do notice, you've long forgotten what brand it was, what it cost, or where you'd even go to complain. The average toilet is made up of maybe a dozen moving parts. All of them are inside the tank, and virtually all of them, on every mainstream budget and mid-range toilet, are made of plastic. Now, plastic isn't inherently bad, but there's plastic, and then there's plastic. The fill valves, flush valves, and flappers in most toilets are made from the cheapest polymer the manufacturer can source. It's light, it's cheap to mold, and it degrades predictably when exposed to the one thing it spends its entire life touching: water. Specifically, chlorinated, slightly mineralized water that sits in your tank 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, slowly warping, stiffening, and cracking the components until they no longer seal properly. The flapper is the most obvious example. It's the rubber seal at the bottom of the tank that lifts when you flush and drops back down to hold water. On a quality toilet, the flapper is made from dense silicone or thick neoprene, materials that resist chlorine degradation and maintain a reliable seal for years. On a budget toilet, it's thin rubber that starts to warp and stiffen within 12 to 18 months, creating a slow leak that runs constantly into the bowl. You can't hear it most of the time, you can't see it, but it's running your water bill up, quietly, every single day. The fill valve is the second failure point, and it's slightly more dramatic when it goes. This is the mechanism that refills the tank after a flush. On cheap toilets, it's a simple float and arm assembly, the kind your grandparents would recognize, or a low-grade plastic tower valve. Either way, the internal seals are minimal, the tolerances are loose, and within a year or two of daily use it either starts running constantly, fails to shut off entirely, or loses the ability to fill the tank to the right level. None of these are catastrophic. All of them are expensive over time, both in water wasted and in the cost of a plumber to diagnose something that ultimately costs £3 to fix. The third failure point is the flush valve seat. This is the plastic ring that the flapper seals against. On quality toilets, the seat is smooth, precisely machined, and either ceramic or high-grade plastic. On cheap toilets, it's soft enough that the repeated impact of the flapper dropping onto it thousands of times a year gradually scores and pits the surface until no flapper, no matter how good, can seal against it properly. At that point, you're not replacing a part. You're replacing the entire flush valve assembly, which is substantially more involved and substantially more expensive. So why do manufacturers build it this way? For exactly the same reason any manufacturer builds in failure points. It costs less and it generates repeat revenue. A toilet that lasts 30 years with zero maintenance is a toilet sold once. A toilet that needs a new flapper every year, a fill valve every 3 years, and an entire internal rebuild every 5 creates a parts market and, more lucratively, a service market. Plumbers charge call-out fees. Retailers charge for replacement kits. It all adds up and none of it flows back to you. There's also a specification deception worth understanding. Toilet manufacturers advertise flush performance obsessively. Liters per flush, water efficiency ratings, MAP scores, certified this, eco-rated that. What they almost never advertise is internal component quality, because flush performance is testable and comparable. Component longevity is not, at least not at point of sale. So they compete fiercely on the thing you can verify and quietly cut corners on the thing you can't. Here's what good actually looks like. The internal components you want are solid brass or high-grade polymer fill valves, Fluid Masters 400 series or equivalent, not the white plastic towers that come stock in most budget toilets. You want a silicone flapper, not rubber. You want a flush valve seat that's either ceramic or properly hardened plastic. These upgrades cost almost nothing if you're buying them separately. A full tank rebuild kit is under 15 pounds, but they are almost never what comes installed in a new toilet under 200 pounds. The brands that actually put decent internals in from the factory tend to be at the higher end. Toto, Geberit, and Kohler at the upper range all use better components by default. But here's the honest truth. Even if you buy a cheap toilet, you can immediately replace the internals with quality parts and solve the problem entirely. The ceramic body of a toilet lasts essentially forever. It's the cheap plastic guts that fail. Swap those out on day one, and you've turned a 30-pound-a-year maintenance nightmare into something that won't ask anything of you for the next decade. The broader point is this: the reliability scam works in any category where the failure is invisible, gradual, and inconvenient enough that most people just call a professional rather than investigate. Toilets are a perfect example because the failure happens inside a sealed tank, the symptoms are easy to ignore, and the fix is genuinely trivial once you know what you're looking at. A slow-running toilet can waste 200 liters of water a day. That's not a minor inconvenience. That's money leaving your house constantly, through a fault that was built in before the toilet even arrived. So the next time you're buying a toilet, or the next time yours starts making that sound, open the tank. Look at what's in there. The parts that keep your toilet working cost almost nothing to replace with something decent. The industry is counting on you not to bother. Subscribe if you want more of this. And if you've got a toilet horror story, drop it in the comments. I genuinely want to know how bad it gets. See you in the next one.